CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, I'm a little bit in the dark, so I'm going to open up the window here. My one light does not want to work for me today, but this kind of works. So we got a couple things to talk about today. Number one, we got the update and your guys' feedback, and number two, we've got the season 69 full review. So at this point, it's safe to say that we are safe. We have not really dropped that much on the old leaderboard. So I'm going to go ahead and collect up this base, and we can make a finishing base, which is always fun, or a parking base rather. So there also was, if we look at this, there was a secret nerf done to heavy choppers. So look at these guys. They now have a damage on death of 290%, or 290 damage. And this not only, light is distracting, this not only, it sounds good when they blow up, but what really happens is it kills the heavies, or damages the heavies at least. So if we take a look at, let's see one of these replays here where I'm using heavy choppers, and so I don't know how long it takes to lose one, or if we even do lose one, but hopefully we can see that that damage. I don't know if we will be able to actually. Doom cannon is over there. Still got all of them up. Yeah, I don't know if we lost any heavy choppers. Not on this one. Maybe an attack that I fizzled? Do we have any of those? No? Let's try here. I don't know. But, yeah, it's funny because I never talked about it. I didn't seem to notice it. Oh, there we go. Maybe. Maybe. If we can find where it happens, then I can go back and look at it. There we go. Okay, so we did get one. So we know exactly where it is. Let's try that again against Mr. Bond. But yeah, it's an interesting change because, I don't know, not a lot of people knew about it. I feel like most people were like me and didn't notice it or hear about it or anything. But yeah, so we'll slow it down here and then we'll zoom in. So there's this I wanted to talk about, Season 69 in review. You know, I made the video saying it was really good tech tree and stuff, and I pretty much believe that. I mean, there's not really a ton much else to say. I want to focus more talking about the update for this video, but I want to see if he damages the heavies at all. And we'll put it in slow-mo when it's about to happen. But, okay, so there we go. Put it into slow-mo and see what the damage is done onto these heavies. There he goes, he pops. He didn't do anything. He also didn't damage anything. Maybe it doesn't work. I don't know, maybe it doesn't work. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think about that, because I thought that was interesting. I didn't know that they did death on their explosion, which is cool. So, yeah. The season overall, I felt like was very good. And I made a comment, I responded to one of the guys' comments because someone was asking, like, what really makes a good warship season? And it's hard to say because I feel like seasons are, like, they're kind of subjective. And I mean, it's hard not to be balanced with, or biased rather. Like if, I definitely do that sometimes. Like if I have a great season, I tend to say it was great. If I had a bad season, I tend to say it's bad. But overall, I was responding to Dufferling D here, but he was asking, what does the tech tree need to be amazing? And the first thing is not broken. We've had enough seasons where new stuff comes out and it breaks. Like, it's happened so frequently, I actually consider that into my rating of a season. So having it not be broken, having multiple troops being viable, and we did see that. Some players were able to use Seekers, some players were able to use lasers or bombers. Like, there was a lot of options, especially towards the end of the tech tree. I went with just all squad leaders and heavy chopper rush. That seemed to work well. enough defense to not be 20-second attack times and enough offense to avoid fizzle metas. I really do feel like the attack times being around like the 230 point is really kind of the sweet spot for just player enjoyment. When the attacks come down to always 1 second, like the rocket chopper season, where offense was super overpowered, is boring. Or it's annoying, it's frustrating. And when it comes down to, like, I hope I can get one engine and it takes 2 hours to collect ERs to get chest, that's also annoying. So finding the right balance there is just something in between, I feel like. Having decks that are interesting and they make you think and they allow for, you know, lots of different bases. We didn't really have that this season, but the decks were fine. There was nothing like bad about them, so they were okay. Multiple attack strategies that are viable. We talked about that. Having different troops means different attack strategies that we can use. You know, whether we're trying to free clear or flare or rush or, you know, use barrage and artillery strategically. It allows for a lot of those things. New things to figure out. So, I mean, this is like a nice to have. Obviously, every season can't have something new on the tech tree to figure out. But this season with the squad leaders, that was really different. And it made for some really fun attacks where we could put them in different places. Having the use of 2 flares was really cool, and I feel like we should praise the devs for this one, because squad leaders ended up just being a lot of fun, and it was enjoyable to figure them out, how to use them and stuff. I will say that I think the meat shield needs a buff, and I think the minesweeper needs a buff, because the fact that he can only take out a couple mines kind of makes him worthless to tag along. And the meat shield could have a little bit more HP. I feel like having similar HP to a Scorcher isn't really that much different. Like the heavy chopper still has more HP than the meat shield. I feel like if he's his own squad leader, he's got to be buffed a little bit. So interesting. And then just having multiple push points. Now this can be subjective, of course, but what I mean by that is just having areas on the tech tree that have good things. That aren't all jammed together. Like we saw this at 70R, everything was kind of jammed together, so until you got all of it, all the good stuff at least, you couldn't really make a push. And yeah, we saw there was a push in 6, there was a push in 5, there was a push in 4. Well, not really in 4. 4 was kind of the same as 3 in terms of push point wise, but I felt like it was spread out enough and they had decent things to pick up, you know, in different spots. So yeah. That's kind of what I would say for season 69. I thought it was good overall. But you guys let me know in the comments what you think. So, the other thing I want to talk about, and maybe I'll have to save this for another video, but it seems like everybody is against the update. Nobody likes it. It's a nerf to power powder. It makes the engraver less useful. And I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it, I guess, myself. I'm not one that used the engraver a ton, so it doesn't, like, personally, I'm pretty unbothered by it. And, you know, it should have been like this from the start, I think, is the problem. The problem is they gave us the broken engraver, and everybody wants to keep that. I didn't mean to open that chest. So, I want to get you guys' feedback. Maybe we'll talk more about that tomorrow. But yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed Season 69. We should be able to get our 39th Top 500, which is cool. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching. And we'll catch you next one. Check it out. Back.